Hey there, it's David H. Lawrence the 17th, and I want to kind of peer into the crystal ball in this video and take a look at what advertising is changing into in terms of a mix of purchases, because it affects what we do as voiceover talent, on camera performers. Some of us are copywriters, some of us are producers of content. You know, when I was growing up, and even my kids when they were growing up, throughout the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, into the early 2000s, the number one category of ad spending was always television. The second one was usually print, or radio, or both, a little bit of outdoor. Very little internet income through the 90s, and then things really exploded. Now to the point where if you look at that chart, the internet by next year or a year or two beyond, this is a chart that might look at 2021 as we record this, the internet for the very first time is going to be commanding over half of the advertising budgets of all of the big ad agencies and all of the big brands around the world. Number two, with only 27%, or about a quarter of it, would be television. And then outdoor has changed a great deal, mostly because of live billboards, you know, LED kind of billboards. And then further on, we have newspaper, radio, magazines, and then at movie theaters and cinema, but very small percentages. So what does that mean for us as performers? Well, what it means is that class we've been teaching, that course we've been teaching in the VO Heroes curriculum and VO to Go before that for years on digital stuff is even more important, only so that you understand how your stuff is going to be used and where it's going to be used and why the copy is the way it is in terms of knowing where people are listening to your stuff. You know, before we would modify copy based on the fact that most people were listening in automobiles, or they were watching television at home. But now it's internet, it's mobile devices, it's smaller devices, meaning bigger fonts that they're using for titles, different calls to action. And we cover all these things in the courses, but even if you're not somebody who takes class with me or that I coach, you still should be aware of the fact that your job is going to change a little bit over the years. How you approach copy is going to change a little bit. How you imagine who that one single person that you're talking to, your audience of one, is going to be receiving your information and what they're going to be able to do about it. This whole business of repeating phone numbers a million times, or click or call, you know, things like that. You know, it's not going to be that way. There are going to be different calls to action. There are going to be different approaches to that. Everything is changing, and I just want to make sure you're aware of it. And it's going to get different, more different, if that's possible, after 2021 as new devices are created, new channels are created. We talked about smart speakers in this series earlier in the year. That's going to change things a great deal. How you're prompted to order things from places like Amazon and Walmart and other places. Everything's changing. It's a fascinating time to be alive, and I want you to know about it. Tell me what you think about this. Is this something that scares you? Is this something that makes you really happy? Is this something that you're already engaged in? Are you already reaching over and saying, hey, smart speaker name goes here, whatever that happens to be. Get me a new order of Tide detergent. Is that what you're doing these days? I don't know. I'd really like to know how deep you are into this and what you think about the fact that this is going to be changing for you. If you'd like to do so, leave me a comment below. Watch this video on voheroes.com. If you'd like to get on our list and find out when the videos come out and what they're all about, we're doing a new one every day for the rest of the year. There's a box even further down on the page that says, get on the list, and I'd love for you to do that. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.